Okay, good morning. Today I come with the topic use of rhetorical figures in advertising for search engine optimization meta description. Oh, sorry. Sorry. May I inform you a brief outline of my presentation first? I will start with the background of the study, objective, and research questions. After that, we will go a little bit deep down to study about SEO and framework of this study. Then I will tell you how did I do to get the result on methodology part. Finally, we will see the findings and description of this research. Tourism is one of the world's major economic sectors. Over 20% of GPA in some countries come from tourism. However, COVID-19 pandemic has impact on the large decline in tourism industry around the world. The problem is room revenue of hotels in United States lost $40 billion. Traveling across the world is more difficult, therefore telling about it is not possible now. Because people cannot travel abroad, boosting competitive of domestic and regional tourism is only one solution. The World Tourism Organization suggests that all tourism industry should focus on promoting their business through online channels. I think no one here don't know Google because Google is a popular search tool that people use to search information. Every second, there are over 4,000 searches on Google, and every search, Google can return more than 1 million results to a user. For online marketers, imagine that number of these results are competitors. The question is how to be on the top among these competitors. My answer is making people see or know us. Patel and Patel 2012 said that most users never get past the first page of Google to see results or even the second page. So it means if we can make a web page to appear on the first page of Google search result page, we will have more opportunity that people will see us. Search engine optimization or SEO, which aims at being ranked well by Google and appearing on the first page of results, is mainly used by online marketers. SEO tactics include optimization, keyword, title, and meta description. Patel 2020 and Kumar 2013 found that a meta comprises only keywords and a summary of the information of page, but without any techniques of persuasion used to entice users to visit the site. Online marketers focus on keywords without paying enough attention to writing persuasive meta description. To expand the knowledge in the field, the main aim of this research was therefore to analyze rhetorical figures in advertising for the meta description. Objective of the study: to study the use of rhetorical figures in advertising in meta description, to investigate the opinions of online marketers regarding the importance of language use and rhetorical figures in advertising for writing meta descriptions. And research question: what types of rhetorical figures in advertising are used in meta descriptions? Are language use and the use of rhetorical figures in advertising important for writing meta descriptions? Now I would like to go in the details of search engine optimization. This is a search result page after searching the keyword meta description. This is a keyword. A keyword is a word or phrase that users use to search information on Google, and it is title, is subject of a web page, and this is meta description. It is a short sentence which describes information on a web page. We will know it more in next slide. Among key tactics of SEO, Kumar and Rao 2012 found that Meta description impacts 66% of SEO impact percentage. Iska and Sukho have the same idea that a meta description is used for gaining web page visitor. When people share a web page to their social media, a meta description will be also shown on their social media. So Patel 2020 said that a good meta description will lead to more sharing from people who have seen the web page share on social media. Both meta description and advertising aims to convince people to do something. Advertising might use to convince people to buy product or service, and meta description aims to convince users to visit a web page. If a meta description is used to convince people, like advertising, the same framework could be used. I select a taxonomy of rhetorical figures in advertising by Mcquarrie and Mick 1996 to use in this study. These are figures types under the framework. Figures type were split into two groups, scheme and trope. Totally 13 figures, which I think it will take a long time to explain all of them, so I will give an example of some figures. First is assonance and alliteration. Is a repetition of the same sound at the start of each word in a group. For example, Britain's best business bank. This phrase using the sound B to start each word in the phrase. Next, anaphora is a repetition of words at the beginning of phrase. For example, have a bag, have a Kit Kat. The word have is used to begin both phrases. Anadiprosit is using the last word of one phrase to begin another phrase. For example, clinics, outer softness is all you feel. The word outer is the last word of the first word, which used to begin the next phrase. Anin is words that have multiple meanings, or words that sound similar but mean different things. This is the slogan of the herb products named Easy Calm. The word calm in this phrase refers to peaceful and the product itself. The methodology was separated into two parts to answer two research questions. To answer the first research question, I searched 10 keywords on Google, collect 10 meta descriptions, and then analyze meta description with rhetorical figures in advertising frameworks. I used this top 10 of tourism keywords on wordsteam.com to correct 10 meta descriptions. Wordsteam.com has 13 years experience doing SEO and be a partner of 3 big companies in the online marketing industry, Google AdWords, Facebook, and Microsoft Advertising. So these 10 keywords were reliable to use. These 10 meta descriptions were used to search on Google by using incognito mode. Ad purchasing web pages are not out of scope. I select the first web page on Google search result page. And to recheck that a meta description was exactly put on a web page by online marketers, I inspect HTML on a web page and see meta description in HTML. If there is no content in this HTML, I will select the next web page instead. For the second research question, I designed a questionnaire by using 5 Likert scales. After that, I sent a questionnaire to 3 specialists to approve it. After I got an approved questionnaire, a questionnaire was created on Google Form and be sent to 50 online marketers to list. The result of questionnaire was analyzed by finding standard deviation and mean score. Finding and discussion. The first research question, what types of rhetorical figures in advertising are used in meta descriptions? I found using alliteration in this sentence, the writer used the same sound of T to begin 3 words in sentence top 10 trending. Anaphora is also found in the meta description. The word most was used to begin both phrases, most book, most wish list. Next, this meta description was applied alliteration. It's using the sound of W to begin 3 words in this sentence. Wonder wisely with. Next, sheepfly in this sentence is using pun. The first meaning of sheepfly means a low cost of flight tickets. Another meaning is name of website sheepfly.com. This meta description also shown alliteration by using of W to begin the word where and when you want. And last, anadiprosis was used by using the word kayak in the first sentence and begin the next sentence. In summary, there are only 4 meta descriptions of 10 that I found using rhetorical figures in advertising. Alliteration was used 3 times at 50%. Anaphora, anadiprosis, and pun were used once at 16.67%. Alliteration, anadiprosis, and anaphora are figures under scheme, and pun is only one figure under trope. Rhetorical figures under scheme were used more than trope. This showed the rhetorical figures under scheme were used more than trope. It is because scheme is easier to understand than trope. Audience do not need effort to finding meaning in scheme. When 2008 showed the result of their study that audience attitude toward advertising with scheme was positive than trope, audience considered trope more complicated than scheme. Current 2001 explained the meta description is an abstract or a short sentence used to summarize the content on the web page, so a meta description should not be too complicated to understand. It is why figure under scheme were used more than trope. Second research question: are language use and the use of lexical figures in advertising important for writing meta descriptions? This is the rate of opinion response. It starts with extremely agree at 5 points to extremely not agree at 1 point. And this is the result of the first part of questionnaire, the importance of language use in meta description. This part got mean score at 4.62 with standard deviation of 0.41. It showed that language use is important for meta descriptions. And this is the result of the second part of questionnaire, the importance of lexical figures in advertising for writing meta descriptions. This part got mean score at 4.04 with standard deviation of 0.56. It showed that lexical figures in advertising is important for meta description. However, the low mean score of 2 questions. I understand well about lexical figures in advertising, and I mostly use the lexical figures in advertising in writing meta description, show lack of knowledge of lexical figure in advertising among online marketers. However, the highest mean score of this part went to the question: lexical figure in advertising can make meta description more interesting. So it means this framework is interesting for online marketers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is another topic that really interests. That means if we are the marketer, we can use those language techniques for promoting our website or our product via the online.
Yes.
Okay. So in your research, is that just only in English language, or you study the Thai language as well?
Only in English language. But for the questionnaire, I surveyed the questionnaire with foreigners and also Thai people.
So do you think the result able to adapt to Thai language for promoting their website or products?
Pardon?
The result of your research is that able to adapt to Thai language for promoting. Do you think if we searching all the thing in Thai is going to have the same results or?
I think Thai people can adapt the framework to use in writing meta description in Thai language also.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So the other lecturer or participant, do you have any questions for this research topic? I think this is a good research. So if you have any question or any idea to exchange with the researcher, please feel free to do. We'll be really welcome. Seems like nobody have any
Okay.
All the people, all the participants here are clear. Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.